I'm starting right here because this is where the not updated most of it. I just have the modem here. That's here. Uh, High capacity UPS batteries and my network switch for in here, and can shelf for tools and other charging stuff goes right here. But that's just least tech stuff. But this NAS is running a Home Assistant, Plex, and Heimdall, and my storage for my videos and stuff. So, and my music and other software backups, so I can easily have access to them. This hard drive is usually here because of I back up to data there. It also gets backed up to the cloud. So going to the spot that has updated some, but not a lot. So over here is where I have a Stream Deck. I have a Stream Deck XL here. I was thinking about putting a Stream Deck MK2 here, but I can't find a stand, so the XL is here, and here is a Mac Mini for that. What's on here is just a daily computer, and it runs one software, which is Apple Control for the Apple TV, allowing me to do some automation with Keyboard Maestro and the Stream Deck to do some button presses, and it's also can be controlled by Home Assistant. I also have a backup copy of Home Assistant on here, so just in case my NAS goes down, I can run my Home Assistant set up from actually here until I can get the storage back up and running and it's set back up. And I was planning on putting a backup drive here with backup data, so I can also run Plex from actually there. My UPS, which has a smart plug that turns on this monitor, the Mac, and a pair of speakers that are right there. Cheap speakers, they're not that good, but I just have them there just so I can hear sound. This keyboard and mouse is right here. So yeah. There's a wireless adapter I have in here, so when a switch gets hooked up or any kind of console that needs HDMI, I can plug it in wirelessly and it gets set to the TV. Or if I need to plug in that computer over there wirelessly, I can. So to get video. Sorry about the birds. Now in here is the most changed. So right here I have my DVDs that I have for ones I could rewatch a lot. So I have those there. I have some other ones in storage. So these are just ones I can watch a lot. So right here is my DVD player, and this DVD player goes over here, around here to over there, because before I had connected to an HDMI switch and was controlling by the Stream Deck that was there. I took the Stream Deck down because of the TV just has the Apple TV hooked up and also the DVD player. And if I need to go access the DVD player, just use this remote. Access the Apple TV, use this remote to switch back to the input. The Echo, this is just for turning on the TV and turning on this light if I need it, if I'm not at my desk. So here's just some books and art stuff, figures, and then some drawing stuff. Over here is my unboxing table, and basically this is getting replaced because there's burns on here, and I'm replacing it with a cutting mat, a self-loading cutting mat. Right here I had this, which is my Huline Canvas 13. It's taped, it's basically double-sided Velcro to the wall, because I put that over where the Huline Canvas 20, that was where the Huline Canvas 20 is now, and Huline Canvas 20 was here, but I needed more unboxing space and or more space to do projects right here. and I needed a monitor here. I was going to buy a 13-inch monitor, but I thought I've the on Canvas 13 that I was just going to get rid of anyway. And so I just stuck it to like the wall, and it's been there. And I've just been seeing how long it would actually stay because the thing gets a little worn, and I just didn't want to make sure it would actually fall and break. So here is my camera, my overhead camera. I used to have 4 of these. One here, one over there, one hanging down on the desk, and one in the closet. So I got rid of 2 of them, and this one is facing down. It's on a magnetic tripod with a ball joint mount, and that's hooked to a metal plate I screwed into the wall, and it holds pretty well for a camera. Then over here I have my main setup. So basically I'm just waiting for 2 parts. The first part is the mat that goes here. It's going to go replace this cloth right here, and then a HDMI splitter. And an HDMI splitter basically is meant for because before how I had it before, I had an HDMI splitter because I had an HDMI splitter going to a two port HDMI splitter that 4-port HDMI splitter going to there, and it was then going to the capture card, and it ended up basically just going to the switch over there. That switch would then pipe to my actual docking station, and that has my MacBook plugged into there. So that's how I had it before. And so now I have those 2 HDMI switches, and I couldn't actually capture the display without changing the main monitor input. So basically I have the Elgato HD60 plugged into Thunderbolt port on my Mac Mini, and then the HDMI import is going to the output of the splitter, of the HDMI switch right there. And then input 5, because I did it backwards, input 5 is technically input 1, which is this camera here. Input number 2, which is input number 4, is that camera. Input number 3, which is number 3, is that docking station right there that has my MacBook plugged in there. And then number 2, which would technically be number 5, is that has my Mac Mini plugged in to actually. That is a input for my Mac Mini. So one of the switches one of the splitters is plugged in to the input port of the docking station. So the output of the USB-C to HDMI goes to the input port of one of the switches. The switch then basically outputs to the splitter outputs to like that switch. And when I basically switch to input 3, it would switch this to input 3, and it would show up over here in OBS. And then if I have the other one, which is plugged into the Mac Mini's HDMI, so the HDMI for the Mac Mini is plugged into the input port of the switch over there, which is plugged into the capture card, which is plugged into the split switch. That one's plugged into the splitter plugged into the switch, and for the Mac Mini, and then the other one is plugged into a switcher over here. That switcher actually has has and two inputs and one output. So the output is going one output from the capture from actually the switch is going to the splitter is going to the switch, and for input one, which is a Mac Mini, and number two, which is the docking station, which is either for a MacBook or Lenovo Legion Go, whatever. I just had to plug in there. It's usually the MacBook, which I use as my main workstation. And then the output is going to this monitor for now. So I ordered a switch. I ordered a splitter that will duplicate this display and this display. So, because this is a drawing tablet, and I usually like having it mirrored to my main display so I can draw easier. And so, this would be mirrored to that, and the splitter would plug this cable right here into the switcher, and then the disc monitor will be plugged in from the the splitter into the splitter into to the outputs, into it will plug into the the outputs of the monitors will plug into basically the input of the switch would plug into the switch there would plug into the output, the input of the splitters, the splitter, and then the splitter would basically output to these two displays. So when I switch between A and B, or computer 1 and computer 2, it goes to here, computer 1, and it shows this display on that one, and it shows my MacBook wallpaper on both of them at the same exact time. And then I can record it on here in OBS, because that is connected to the Thunderbolt port on the Mac Mini. So I can see what's going on over there, and before I had that right here. And I was using Ecamm, but the updates kept happening, and so I changed back to OBS. And basically, what I ended up doing was, I ended up basically, getting rid of most NDI stuff, so the CPU lag was pretty much gone. So I put this Stream Deck here. It was before they were next to each other over here, and the Yulon Canvas 13 was right over here. I didn't like that, and so it didn't give me much room. So I ended up putting this one over here, and it was over there for like 2 days, and then I moved it on top of here. I put some spare books under here, just so I can get a stand for the Stream Deck to like put both of them on. So, and then going back to the stuff, the wires. Yeah, it looks kind of bad for the wires, but I just really didn't. I sorted them at one point, and then it just got worse, and I keep adding stuff. So there's that. Then I have a fan on there blowing on there just to make sure everything doesn't get too warm, because it actually gets hot in this room with all the stuff in there. Then I have these Persona speakers, which are my speakers just for listening, and then my headphones for HG600s and the Beyerdynamic DT990s. And then this one microphone was over here on the stand. I didn't like it because it kept getting away of the monitor. And so now I have it over here, which is out of the way of the monitor, and still picks up my actual voice. My interface is my 1898, and I basically mainly use it for audio control and music production, since I'm not running an XLR mic. And so, because I'm waiting for my electro voice to be repaired, so I ended up getting this in as a placeholder for it now, and it does pretty good. So when I get my electro voice back from actual repair, I'm going to replace this with the Wave XLR, and then use the Electro Voice RE20 for the microphone instead of using the Wave Mic 3. And then I added this, which is a Stream Deck pedal. I put it onto a little stand, and it works perfectly. I use this for audio control of my microphone. I was also thinking about getting another one for over here, and just so I can basically make a so when I'm doing like an unboxing or like some soldering stuff, I can basically use it to like zoom in the microphone. I mean the magnifying glass. So I mean the microscope, and if I just press the button, I can switch profiles to, so for example, switching the microscope zoom, and then or using it for start and stopping the recording. I mean pausing it and stuff like that. And so I was thinking about putting that down on there, but this one is just for mic control, and I might do some other stuff with it. I haven't really messed with it that much, but I just use it for like mic control right now. There's going to be a cutting a self-filling mat on here because it would look it basically would be a lot easier. These are for the actual self-filling mat to like stick it down to like the desk. This cable right here is for the HDMI splitter that's going to hook up to here, which will hook up those monitors. The MIDI controller used to be over here, that I moved over here to over here because it's a lot easier to access and a lot more extra room for the mouse and keyboard. And then we're down to this. The Uline Canvas is my drawing tablet I use for this Uline Canvas 20. I use it for drawing, and it's basically 20 inches. Okay, so now going to my Stream Deck. So the Stream Decks are pretty much haven't changed much. So basically with the Stream Decks, I'm using it on the wavelength to control audio. So I'm not using a Stream Deck Plus because when I press this button, it'll lower down the volume for Firefox. The monitor for Zoom, monitor for my actual video playback for YouTube. This only gets heard by me when I'm streaming. So the music I usually play, it only doesn't get picked up in wavelength. This one right here is my capture card. So the audio that comes from my MacBook goes to here, and I can control it here from this computer. And then this one, which is my monitor output, and this is the stream output. So whatever's playing on a monitor part, it would get picked up. I can control it here, stream, whatever goes out to the stream, I can control it here. Right there is a mute button for the stream button. I mean, that's the stream the stream mute for Zoom and Firefox. And then right here is just Studio On. It turns on my light, turns on OBS, and it turns everything on, so it'll be ready to go when I press the button. It takes about 2 minutes to like turn everything on. I could probably get it down faster. But next to there is speaker, so it turns on these speakers with the smart plug. Next to it is import, which it'll open the import folder on my computer. And then this one, which is Zoom, it opens Zoom and switches the camera to input number 5, which is my main camera up there. And then redo, and then undo, and then app location area, it basically finds the bounds of folders, sleep, and then deck fix, which will restart the Stream Deck. Next button is PC2, blank, copy, delete, and also upload to YouTube, because this will upload a video to like YouTube after copying it to a certain folder, and then after that it will delete the MP4. Next to that is just a YouTube folder that I have on my NAS. Next to that's the mute button and volume slider for the wave mic and wavelength. Right next here is the face cam. This is a face cam. This is a face cam MacBook on. So what this one does, when I press it, turns on the face cam. Then when I press it again, it switches it switches input to like desktop, and once it switches to desktop, it then basically finishes and goes back to here. And then from there, I press MacBook off, and it'll switch off the MacBook. And then Unbox will basically turn the camera to that, switch the scene for OBS to that, and play the intro. Reddit, basically something I haven't used yet, but it's for making Reddit videos, not like just showing people setups, not really anything like rereading stories. Then video playback plays back my YouTube videos when I want to make a video about it. And this one is Mac Mini on. It's the same as this one, and what it does is when I press it, it switches the Mac Mini to input, and switches the switcher over here to input number 3. So I can get inside OBS through the Elgato capture card. And then the annotate basically just turns turns the main screen to black. It activates the annotation tools, and then it will hide the icons, so no one gets distracted. And you can also draw better because the screen is black and the color is white for the pen. And then Elgato Show is basically just shows my Elgato application in full screen, just so I could show you what it does. So, and with this one, which is when I press it, it will switch. It will send the IR blaster. The IR blaster will send a signal to Home Assistant to switch the computer, and then it will turn it on here. And now it will switch that guy over there to input number 2, all 4 inputs to input number 2, and which is right here. And as you can see, this is OBS multi-control, so I have to use WebSockets in order to control OBS through that. Yeah, I could have used a companion, but this was easier. And PC1 takes you back to the Mac. So Master Duels basically on is starts Master Duels just in a non-recording function. Undo basically undoes stuff and redo. Copy just copies it, deletes. Annotate basically is for annotation. So what this one does specifically, this one basically turns the MacBook screen black, and it starts recording on the Mac Mini through here, and it gets whatever you draw on here gets picked up on here, which will get picked up on the capture card. And then this one allows you to record Master Duels, YouTube folder, and then import, and then sleep. Also, yeah, so, and when you press that one, it basically just does that. So now let me just show you. And so I had it so I could use a single mouse adapter, but I have to use 2 because it does input latency on the computer if I basically plug it into the switcher. So just opening up OBS, opening up Stream Deck software. So this one, which is pretty simple. This one does all. Wait 2 seconds. 1, enter, and then screen 1, which is input 1 of the switch there. And then, let's see, Master Duels just starts Master Duels in Keyboard Maestro, which it basically launches the Master Duel app in inside Keyboard Maestro, and then it loads it in full screen, and it'll launch Steam, so it'll just load. And then for the copy one, it's just the copy. This one specifically is just a web URL, and I can copy it, and when I press it, it will send a signal to the Keyboard Maestro running on my Mac Mini, and it will basically send a signal to copy the file from the folder to my NAS, and then it'll copy it to YouTube and load it, and call it USpaceTube. And once it does that, I then actually name it and stuff. Will delete the final file after everything's uploaded and finished. I usually give it about 10 minutes. And then this one, which is the annotate, it basically switches the switcher over there to input 3. Then it starts drawing. Once it starts draw, it will use the software annotate and turn on a brush so you can draw, and then it starts recording in OBS. And then after that, it will go to the intro, and then it will go to the annotate folder, and then that's about it. Oh yeah, I gotta delete that because it wasn't what I wanted. So that's for annotate. And so if you go to Master Duels, it pretty much loads Master Duels, and it will start recording. So the time it takes to record is about 180 seconds, which I'm going to change to 90 seconds, which is still 90,000, which is still enough time to like load up Master Duels and stuff like that. And then it goes intro, and then it'll start the Master Duel scene inside of OBS. And so let me just save this real quick. Let's see. So yeah. So basically, after that, so it will do the information, and then it'll switch after I close out Master Duels or like annotate. If I press button again, it will switch it back to PC1. This will switch it back to PC1 too, or the MacBook. I mean the Mac Mini. So that's that one. And so going into here, this is where most of the magic happens. Well, not really. So this computer is running what's that software called? WebSockets. Sockets. So basically so that's how I get control through OBS from another computer. But if we open up the Stream Deck application, it basically shows number 2, which is pretty much the same as 1, but it switches all imports to 2. It switches all ports to 2, and then it presses enter. Then it switches the capture. Then it switches the HMI switch to port 2, and then switches it to number 5. I mean number 3. And so there's that. And so that is that one. And so this one, which is face camera, it starts the Elgato wave mic arm from being muted. then it waits 2 seconds, then it goes to input number 5, which is input 1, starts recording, plays the intro, and then goes to face camera. And then the other end of the multi-action, it basically plays the outro, and then once it plays the outro, it literally it stops recording, goes back to start, and then done, and it turns off the microphone. This is pretty much how all of them work. This one is just a multi-action where it turns it on, goes input number 5, goes to web camera, and then when I press number 2 or the multi-action, it basically switches. It puts a hold scene, then it switches all to 2, enter number 3, screen 2, and then it switches the monitor screen 2, and then it will go switch the Mac scene to OBS. I mean to like MacBook, and then the OBS scene to MacBook, and then the off one is basically just plays the outro, then it stops it, switches it to number 5, which is number 1, and then it will wait 2 seconds, and then it will go to start scene, and then mute the mic. The same exact thing is for the MacBook one, but the Mac Mini one, but it does the Mac Mini instead. And then the unboxed one, that one is sorry for the shaky hand. So for the unboxing one, it will unmute it, go to input number 4, start recording, and then it will go to the intro, and then it'll go to unboxing, and I do an unboxing video, and it'll play the outro and do all that stuff, and then it'll mute the mic. So that's what that one does. And so after that, I just have a Reddit one, which will run the open Reddit. It will switch to input 2, which is this monitor, which is the Mac Mini. Then it'll start recording, and then it'll play the outro and intro, and then it'll go to Reddit. And then it will basically stop recording and then go to start. So, and then there is annotate, which is the same exact one as on the other Stream Deck. That's this one, but on our computer, it would just record on this computer, the Mac Mini, instead of the MacBook. And the Elgato Show basically turns this application full screen, and then it will exit it because it's a multi-action after it's done. And then the last one, which is video playback, allows me to playback videos to OBS, and through basically the video playback. And then this is the main Stream Deck I use for like audio. And then this Stream Deck right here is a Stream Deck pedal, which is for picking up audio. I mean, just for controlling audio with my foot. And so, going back to OBS. So let me just drag that over here. So dragging OBS over here. And so basically it has start scene, it has a face cam scene, it has a Mac Mini scene. So the face cam is just the face camera scene is just zoomed in a little bit, just so it wouldn't actually catch anything. And then after that, I have the Stream Deck show, which is pretty much just shows a Stream Deck. As you notice, it doesn't change much other than the actual zoom distance. The reason why is because it's all the same exact scene, but I have it like this, so the change that actually happened is in the Stream Deck, and it's when doing live switching. And it will do actually that live instead of just waiting for it to um, instead of having different scenes. I just have the same exact scene, but um, with like different names so it can be found. So after that, I have a MacBook, which is the same. The actual annotate, which is the same. This one is technically not the same. So this one is when I load up Firefox with this button, it will load OBS in the corner. And then I wanted to have a camera on here. I had one when I was doing a capture display, but the problem is it just got laggy, and I didn't want to have to reset every time. And then for unboxing, which is just that camera up there, but upside down. And then the last one, which is Master Duels for like gaming wise. It's just this is that computer over here. That's over there, with the but with the that PC over there with the just Master Duel running on it, and it will open Master Duel if you set it up properly. And then the last one here, which is video playback, is for playing back video, and you don't really see the video unless it's open. And then I have one here, intro and hold, which are two things for holding. And so, where the magic happens, that's how it's controlled, and everything is controlled through companion, or not companion, through keyboard Maestro. Some of them I'm not going to show you because I'm actively using them, but so basically, the ones like here, the YouTube one just does the YouTube videos upload, and then below that is just active will basically just do a default command to minimize the actual icons. Then it kills Finder, sets picture to black, and then puts on the actual thing, which is if we press it, it turns on that guy, and it turns your mouse into a drawing tablet. But if you're using one, if like you're using a pen display, it would be easier just to if you're using a pen display, it would be easier to like use that for like drawing than the mouse. This one turns it off, which is deactivate back, basically puts the video player back. The bounds basically gets the bound of the file, just copies it to another folder, a video file that's been saved through OBS. It just has to be one in that folder though. And then deck relaunch, which will relaunch the Stream Deck. Then Ecamm close and Ecamm open. This was when I was using Ecamm. I was having issues, so I just didn't actually name them. So what this one does, it opens OBS. It will move the folder window, open OBS. In OBS, wait 3 seconds, open Keyline Canvas, wait 3 seconds, and then it will hide Keyline Canvas, so I can just draw when it opens. And then media playback resize basically resizes the media player, and it's easier to fit more stuff on screen. Next will play next, pause will pause, and play will play for the media player. And then quick macro, don't use that. Then I have the open one, which is right open 3 links, and once it opens through the links, it would basically open Firefox, and then it would just work. And you wait 3 seconds, it will fit Firefox to a certain corner. we'll quit Firefox and restart Firefox at the appropriate size. So for like when you're searching, restart basically restarts OBS. Restart the basically goes to OBS, resets the file, and then it just exits it, and it goes in, and it just goes on to the next part of the file. Restarts the Mac, and then the Stream Deck. This one it will open Stream Deck application, and then it will press Command W just to close it if you need to quit. And this will open up the Stream Deck app, and it will resize it. Then VLC close will close VLC, and it will also clear the playlist and quit the video file. And VLC open will open VLC, and it will open VLC, and it will not VLC, it will open the media player, go to YouTube, volume YouTube, and then we'll press open, and then it'll be done. So and then you can watch videos. And after that is the Stream Deck one, about the wavelength reset, and web pages. And that's all. I've gotten rid of a lot of macros because they were pointless. But so now, I've also got rid of a lot of software too. With this software, I just use this for video playback. So, and I also use it for recording video, this specific Mac, and I also use it for drawing. So that's the final update. So it gets freshened out at least. So I shouldn't be uploading one of these for a while though. But basically, the only thing that is going to change is this green screen. That's a green screen that has some burn marks on there, and also a HDMI switch. Splitter to connect to the switch, and then these two monitors are like there. So I hope you like it. Thanks for watching, and leave a comment. I hope this wasn't too long. So thanks for watching. Bye.